wanted to provide some context here uh, about, hey, could it get worse? Let's just go back to 2015 World Championships. I know it's not Olympics. It's the World Championships, though. But at those championships, the U.S. men also, they only medaled in the 4x4 on the track. They got a triple jump gold and a shot put gold, and Eaton won the gold, obviously, and set the world record. But total medals, 18. 18 total medals in 2015. They're already at 20, and they had 6 golds, 6 silvers, 6 bronzes. They're at 5 golds right now. If you get both the 4x4s, boom, right there, you're already up to 7. Kenya and Jamaica both had 7 golds there. So if you sorted the medal table by gold, you would have had Kenya number 1, Jamaica 2, and then US 3. And even if you just look at overall medals, Kenya was just 2 behind the US, 18 to 16. So there is precedent for this, is what I'm saying. Also, what's fun, and we can dig into this more next week, but have you ever looked at the tables that go 8 deep and give it a score?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, so that's interesting too, and I know they keep those for all the Olympics, so those are easy to find because that gives a different perspective. Because then you just see how many 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th place finishes there are. Just give like a rounder view of the competition. Because I think most American fans would assume that they win more Olympic gold medals than they do. But then if you look in recent history, okay, Bolt had the 1 and the 2 locked up. Farah had the 5 and the 10 locked up. Okay, there's 4 already it's spoken for. And then you go from there. It's like, all right, Rudisha was in the 800. Okay, that one's gone. 1500, yeah, Centro was there, but it's been dominated by other countries. So steeplechase, Kenya, we know how good they've been. Like you start like crossing out events, and it's like, oh man, if the U.S. doesn't win in the hurdles of the 400, their chances of getting a lot of gold drop pretty quickly.
So I'm doing a quick math. There are 48 events in track, including race walk, right? How many of them are relays? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them
5.
are relays.
Mm-hmm.
So -5. So there's a chance for any country, if they had a perfect year, if they won every medal, because you only can win 1 medal in relays, right? Mm-hmm. They would, the number of medals available to be earned by any single country is 134, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Quick math, 134. So the population of US is 4.2% of the world. So our goal should be to get 4.2% of 134, which is 5 medals.
There you go.
So we're already achieving. Like this whole, when people do the per capita thing, like we're only 4% of the world. 4% of the medals you can get in Tokyo for this for athletics is only 5.6. So we're killing it. Wait, we're at 20. So right now we're at if we weren't get any more medals for the rest of the
what percent of the entrance of the United States though? What percent of the entrance?
That doesn't matter because your entrance is limited, right? You only get 3.
Sure.
Sure. And everyone has the opportunity to have 3 entrants, so on time. So if we right now we're at 6 we're at 4% of the population, but we've already gotten 6.7% of the medals.
Well, what you're seeing, if we could put that medal table back up again, is incredible parity in track and field this year. Look at how many nations have won a gold medal. I saw this stat through the first 15 finals. I believe there were 15 different nations who had won gold medals. There was not a repeat nation winning a gold for a while. So, Jamaica has the second most total medals with 7, then 6. Kenya obviously is going to come on strong with the marathons at the end, and there's still distance races to be decided. But scroll down, look at how many countries have gotten at least a medal or a gold. I mean, what are we at on gold there? That's 21 countries have gotten 1 gold medal at these championships. So again, it's just something to consider. The rest of the world is very good. and it's not as if one nation is going there and taking all the gold medals or making up for where U.S. comes up short. It's like a group effort. And what's interesting, look at the countries who got medals but who aren't don't have gold. Like Great Britain is not even on that list. So there's other
Yeah.
countries that like could even theoretically could have also been on that list, right? You'd expect Great Britain to. I guess I mean they would have had a tough shot, and maybe 1500, right? Maybe that's where it comes in the 1500. But there's been just a huge explosion in representation across the whole world in terms of gold medals at these championships. So it's been interesting to watch. Let me just give you the remaining events. You tell me if the U.S. is going to medal in them or not. Let's just rehash this. Let's just really lean into this. Let's lean into the table.
Yeah. So we're at 20.
The walks. You don't think women's
No.
jav? Women's jav.
Yes. Maggie Malone. She's gonna win it. She'll win gold, baby.
No, are you giving an actual response here? Or are you just being silly?
Yes, I'm putting $100 on that she's gonna win. She was the second best throw.
Well, that's never gone wrong for you.
And I know it's been going wrong. She's had second best throw in the prelims, and she was always a medal contender to begin with. She's been consistently throwing 66 meters. And, some of the other people, they had their best throws like 4 months ago. So
okay,
she's going to be in medal contention. That's a legitimate yes.
So we'll go there. So javelin, you say yes. Men's 5?
I think so. 3 guys in it. Let's get a medal. No Jacob Ingebrigtsen. No Mo Farah. Like, there's an opportunity.
Women's 400?
Right? 400? Yeah, I think so. Probably not, but maybe, yeah. I mean, Felix or Conner Harris, I think that's a chance. But they could have the same finish the way the men's 400 just went. But I'll say yes.
Women's 1500?
No.
Men's 4x1?
No.
You know what's crazy about that? You know what's crazy is just how, if big of not a favorite they would have been, but just like someone has to win that race now. And you mentioned South Africa not being in it, but it's like Canada might win that. Italy might win that. China might win that. It's crazy. It was right there for the take.
Jamaica.
Women's 4x1. Women's 4x1. Did they get a medal?
We should medal. We're at 4 now.
Okay, so you're talking about 4 additional medals. So that's day 8. Day 9, women's marathon?
No.
Women's high jump?
Yeah, I think so. I think Cunningham could do it. We're at 5.
Women's 10,000. Women's 10,000.
No.
Men's javelin?
No.
Men's 1,500?
Maybe, but I'll say no to be conservative.
And then the 4x4s?
Yeah, that's 7. And then the men's marathon. Rupp. It could all end on Rupp. Let's say
would be
8. That gets us to 8. So it'll be 28.
That would be a hard maybe on that one too. So best case scenario, you're looking at 28, which would be, I mean, it's not disastrous. Like if you just like they were in 2005, they got 25 medals. In 2012, the U.S. got 28, the same amount of medals. 16, they got 32. 16 was really good. 19 was really good, which is why people had their hopes up. But yeah, but things have not been going to plan and things have not been going to projection. So if you get half those wrong and then we end up with, it ends up with 24, that's going to be on the way short end of projections. But like I said, you've been right about pretty much everything else. So
I'm currently now negative $378 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bets to go. I figured it out. I just need to hit on 5 of the 13 bets and I'll break even.
Take all of your money. I know the U.S. women are going to be minus $1 million in the 4x4, but just borrow if you have to, just to make up whatever you lose. Just put it all in the U.S. women's 4x4.
No, I'm gonna put it all on Galen Rupp. He's the last event, so that's what I'm gonna do. That's what Mike Smith told me. He's like, Gordon, here's the thing. He's gonna. People don't know this, but Galen Rupp's ready. People have been.
Do you think?
Ready?
Random question
for it.
Random question. This is a very Gordon question, but I'm gonna ask it to you. Knowing what they know now, do you think US would have run a different team in the mixed gender 4x4?
No, I think they're just stubborn. They would just be like, no, this is the process. We're going to do it this way. But yeah, if the mixed gender 4x4 was like coming up next, you would see like Grant Holloway on it. You would see Fred Curley on it. You'd see Rye Benjamin on it. You only get 2, but you'd know if the mixed gender relay was coming up, it would be like a thing in Sydney with Rye and Grant Holloway or something like that, and be like, we're just gonna win this. We're not gonna screw this one up.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because you could have got the gold medal thing. I have no idea how much the athletes are paying attention to it. It's probably not close to not at all. But that was one of the first events, and then it would have gotten the whole, hey, they got no gold medal thing. But then Valerie Alman won a gold, but then it was the men haven't won, and I mean, it's mixed gender, so it's not